Greetings, viewers and subscribers. You're welcome back again. This is still BVI Channel 1, where we tell you nothing but undiluted truth. Today at the Federal High Court in Abuja, where Justice Clark was brought for his court hearing.
Justice Clark, see, shame. All of them come live in our face because of a young man that is helping the army. It's a shame on all of you. Shame. Fool everywhere. Now, if you do anything. Now, this young boy, it's a shame. Free Justice Clark now!
Free Justice Clark now!
Something quite dramatic happened that has caused a lot of confusion among various activists who have come for the release of Justice Clark and standing against the oppression of the Nigerian state.
They don't catch back. They don't catch back that my lawyer, Marshall. Justice for Marshall, please. Justice for Marshall, please. Behind the face now. What's not good? Wait, no good. PTM lawyer, they don't hold that move. I don't go to you. They don't hold PTM lawyer like this. Small money. We are not dealing with small money. Small money, they're not dealing with us. Don't tell me man stop. I see the best, I don't stop you. Let's go. Bro, leave my side. Let's go. Marshall, wait till happen. Why you cancel the case?
Now, if you remember, the very offense he's being prosecuted for, Justice Clark, is his position about how Nigerian soldiers who are fighting for the territorial integrity of Nigeria, fighting against terrorists, are being treated and fed less than animals.
Nigerians, look at the food that your soldiers are eating. I uploaded a video few hours ago. It never even reached 1 hour. A military personnel sent me this picture. This is what the Nigerian army, the Nigerian government are feeding our soldiers in Maiduguri morning, afternoon, and night. Look at that rice. One small rice like that. Look at the small gari. And look at that soup that look like vomit. This is what they feed the people that are defending Nigeria. This is the food they give to people who are facing terrorists every day, whereby we are in a country that the federal government is spending 604 million naira to rehabilitate the radicalized terrorists.
Now, while the court, everybody was hoping that today he will be granted bail, something quite dramatic happened, and there was a confusion among the people that came for his case, especially as it had to do with Barrister Marshall, as they call him.
I didn't just come into this matter on my own sole motive. It was the wife of Justice Clark that reached out to me to represent her husband when the husband was seized in Abuja here. It was on that basis that I took up this matter pro bono. I have never taken a kobo from anybody in respect of this matter. I have defended Justice Clark from day one at the risk and expense of my life and liberty, free of charge. I have filed matters in this case free of charge. For most of the high-profile cases you see that I do in Abuja today, I do them pro bono. They don't pay me. So I had a vacation till the end of this month. But I cut the vacation short on account of this case. I came back to Nigeria for this matter. But when the young, he did not approach me. He just stood up in court and appeared and announced his appearance. And he just said, this is not the procedure. The last time Marshall led these proceedings, according to legal standard, this is not the procedure. The last time it was Marshall that led in these proceedings. Why are we having it here today? He said he has instructions some persons to appear for the defendant. And I told the judge, said, well, Marshall, now you have a choice. Are you going to withdraw your appearance, which is the normal thing to do in such a matter? And I said, well, my lord, in view of what has transpired, I respectfully withdraw my appearance with my colleague who appeared with me. And once you withdraw an appearance in a matter, the consequential orders must be made, which includes every process you file in that matter goes with it.
Can I ask you one question?
Yes.
According to what you have said now, you've told us that most of the cases that you've been following is based on humanitarian services.
Purely humanitarian.
Okay. Now, if actually we're doing humanitarian service to Justice Crack, understand the circumstances and allow the case to continue based on humanitarian.
The case continued.
No,
The judge.
No, I mean the bail argument today.
The bail argument wouldn't have proceeded once you would. The procedure is this: once a judge withdraws his appearance in a matter, the applications filed thereto, they go with it. So the court simply said, having withdrawn your appearance, your applications goes.
Now, what is the confusion all about? Why would there be this kind of disconnections among interest groups or individuals who have come for one purpose, for the freedom of Justice Clark?
That had a case from going in. So I said, we are not interested in going in. One of us is there, let the blind man just go in. You get. At the end of the day, we're able to resolve all that. Only for us to see our people come outside and say that he wasn't granted bail. And the reason is because the lawyer, Barrister Marshall, who filed the bail application, withdrew the application. You know, even the judge, according to what they said, was surprised. He asked the lawyer, you are withdrawing all this, like we should send him back because you won't be the lead counsel. Mind you, the person who is actually justice justice lawyer is senior to him in the bar, you know, and he's been, you know, also active in the case. That person was supposed to be the lead counsel from day one, but Marshall first introduced, and because they didn't want altercation in court, you know, they allowed him. They all jointly applied for the bail. The bail, whatever, the bail application. I'm so shocked, I'm short of words. To call the long story short, in front of everybody, judge, yes, everybody, he withdrew. Marshall withdrew because he's not lead counsel. I've never seen anything like this.
What happened in court today, as unfortunate as it is, it only goes to show us that we have a lot of work to do. Not every person who criticizes a bad government is interested in a better country. Some people only traffic as long as the system is bad because it puts them in business. Let it be very clear, I have been with Justice throughout this issue. Justice's lawyer, Justice Crack lawyer, is Professor Sam Amadi. When he came to court on Monday, he had another engagement and he was not robed because we got information that he would be arraigned that morning. So he was not robed, but he was in court. So since he was not robed, he had to call another lawyer, Barrister Clement, to stand in for justice with Barrister Femi Balogun. Both of them are also senior to Barrister Marshall. Marshall came into the court and said he will be a part of it. By the time they got into court, Marshall said he wanted to lead. Barrister Clement said, I am the lead counsel. I took instruction from Professor Sam to stand. He said no, that he wanted to lead, and Barrister Clement and Femi said because they didn't want to cause issue, the judge was already asking what is going on. They stood down and said he should lead, but they appeared as co-counsels for justice. When they finished, they said put up a bail application. They came out together. Barrister Femi called the wife. We went to bring her. They did a deposition. They did the bail application together, Marshall and Femi. Marshall put his name on the application and filed and submitted, and nobody thought there was any mischievous intent because of course they were working together. Now, prior to now, the bail application kept stalling throughout last week. Femi had to write a reminder to the judge, pleading that the date should please be given. With all the work we did throughout last week, we kept coming to court. There is a lot that we have not been talking on this case because I don't want to join issues. I know all that is going on social media. Whatever that happens, we got a date and it was fixed for today, Thursday. And then Marshall came to court. And the judge, her Lordship Justice Abdul Malik said, who is the lead counsel, so that you can mention and then mention the other people who are appearing. Barrister Femi Balogun stood up and introduced himself. Marshall said no, he must introduce himself as the lead counsel. The judge asked Justice, say, okay, who should lead? He said Femi can lead, that they are working together. Marshall said no. He took exception to it and told the judge that if he's not going to lead the defense of justice, he wants to withdraw the bail application because he took his own name.
Sometimes I ask myself, those of us that call ourselves activists, human rights activists, social welfare advocate, good governance advocate, are we actually better than those we condemn? Because the only thing I can see from all of this is ego and pride. Ego and pride will allow our personal ego to undermine the real goal. And that is why this political class have taken us for granted in this country. We allow our personal ego and pride to stand against our collective aspiration and freedom. I heard Sowore, who was preaching the unity of all of the activists in Nigeria and the rest of them.
The wife and just one person lawyer that can kind of impunity that must be stopped in this country. Because even under the military that Tanko and I were part of, the DSS never prevented people from entering public civilian courts.
We have led a lot of struggle in our lives. And in all of the struggles that we've led, we always make sure that the rights of the people are protected. And in this case, it's not an exemption. We decided to come here in solidarity to Justin. We want to be as leaders of this particular country. We are not supposed to be denied the opportunity of going in to support and make more.
And to appear in a public hearing.
Again, so it's a public hearing, but we are being denied the opportunity.
Human interest case in our country.
This cannot continue in any way.
We can never continue this kind of impunity. We have had enough of the DSS violating the sanctity of our courts, and we will challenge it as we always do.
And it's a solidarity for the people.
About what was done today.
So my question is, can we justice?
I want that. What I want to know, was I not the one who led the implementation of the Ministry of Justice? No, there's nothing to teach us about it. What we have always told you is that all of us must unite. Let's get the numbers to confront these people. Otherwise, nobody is safe in this country. You get my point? The DSS had no basis coming to court today to come and block the entrance of the court.
Yes.
They had already planned what happened today. But we will investigate who and who is behind this.
But yet, I'm not seeing his commitment to that unity. And that is the truth. You may like me or hate me for it, but that is the truth. I am not seeing it. Because if that is not the case, by now, we all would be one team to retire and dismantle the structures of impunity that have made the Nigerian people miserable. If not for pride and ego, somebody like Sowore should be the one leading the pack of all activists in Nigeria, joining efforts with one man that Nigeria trusts, which is Peter Obi, to wrestle power out from the principalities and powers that have held Nigerian people down and have oppressed Nigerian people and made their lives miserable. That is just all I can see from the entire drama that happened today. And I just hope the sooner we learn and put our egos down, the better for every one of us. If not, we are all deceiving ourselves. We should ask ourselves the question, is our personal ego and pride more important than the freedom of oppressed Nigerians, whom we advocate for? My name is Asu Janet Peters, your advocate for good governance. Help me share this video. Maybe it will hit the right target and we'll get it right this time. I'm signing out. Bye-bye for now.